What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. Your Women's History Month spotlight for today is Dr. Gloria Randall Scott. Dr. Scott, who was also president of Bennett College while I was there. Dr. Dean Randall Scott, Dr. Gloria Dean Randall Scott, was the 11th president of Bennett College located in Greensboro, North Carolina. She was the second female chief administrator at Bennett College. Scott was born April 14, 1938 in Houston, Texas to Juanita and Freeman Randall. She attended Blackshear Elementary School and Jack Yates Secondary School, where she graduated from in 1955. A scholarship fund afforded Scott the opportunity to attend Indiana State University. She received her BA degree and MA degree in zoology in 1959. In 1960, respectively, and her PhD in higher education in 1965. 1961, Scott's career began as a research associate in genetics and embryology at Indiana University Institution for Psychiatric Research. That's a long title. During this time, she worked as a biology instructor at Marion College until 1965, making her the first African American instructor at a predominantly white college in Indianapolis. At that time, Scott held the position as Dean of Students and Deputy Director of Upward Bound in Knoxville College. In 1965, as the Special Assistant to the President and Educational Research Planning Director at North Carolina A&T State University in 1967. During her 10-year tenure, Scott continued to make history by becoming the first African American president of the Girl Scouts in 1975. She then served as the Institutional Research Planning Director at Texas Southern University for a year before becoming Vice President at Clark College in Atlanta in 1977. After 10 years at Clark Atlanta, Scott became the president of Bennett College in 1987, thus fulfilling her life's mission to educate African American women. Scott is the recipient of 3 honorary doctorate degrees. She has been featured in several publications. And she is married to Dr. Will B. Scott, professor of sociology. Again, like I said, she was the president of Bennett while I was there. During my time, Dr. Scott, I loved her. I still love her. And she still really keeps in touch with a lot of her former people at Bennett. I will never forget, she met me when I went to Bennett for a tour. My dad was with me, and her and my dad ended up having like this whole like 30-45 minute conversation in front of the chapel at Bennett. And it was literally snowing. I mean, it wasn't snowing, but it was literally snowing, and they were out there talking. 4 years later, I graduate from Bennett. Of course, my parents are there. My Dr. Scott walks up to my dad and says, "Well, Mr." He said my last name. "We did it." And I was like, "Do what?" So, like, she not only remembered my father, she remembered the conversation with my father. Like, that always stuck with me, right? Because I wasn't even a student at the time. I was just a prospective student. Anyway, that is my story. Hope you guys learned something, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.